Good morning to all. Today I am going to start the next lesson, electromagnetic waves. In today's lecture I am going to cover the following points: displacement current, modified Ampere's circuital law, Maxwell's equations, electromagnetic waves and its properties, electromagnetic spectrum. So let us start with the displacement current. Now it is the current that comes into existence in addition to conduction current whenever the electric field and hence the electric flux changes with the time. Now as you know that when the current is flowing through the capacitor, since there is a gap between the plates of the capacitor, now how the conduction current or how the circuit is completed, this is the very big question in the mind of the scientist. Then how the circuit is completed. So this is explained by introducing the concept of the displacement current. So let us see that it is the current which comes into existence in addition to conduction current whenever the electric field and hence the electric flux changes with the time. Expression for the displacement current ID is equal to epsilon naught d phi e upon dt. Phi e is the electric flux, so when the electric flux changes with time, then the displacement current comes into existence. Now it was explained by the Maxwell. So Ampere's circuital law. Ampere's circuital law, initially, just recall that it was the line integral of magnetic field mu naught B dot dl is equal to mu naught I, that is mu naught times the current threaded by the circuit. But by the when the term displacement current is introduced, then Ampere's circuital law is modified, and according to it, the line integral of the magnetic field over a closed path is equal to mu naught times the sum of the conduction current and the displacement current threading the closed path. As now the derivation of this expression is not in the syllabus, so just you have to keep it in mind. The expression B dot in line closed integral B dot dl is equal to mu naught I plus epsilon naught d phi e upon dt, where d phi e upon dt, this is the displacement current. So mu naught times of the conduction current as well as the displacement current. So when between the plates there is no conduction current, then this expression satisfies with the displacement current. Outside the plates of the capacitor there is only the conduction current and no displacement current. So in that case this line integral is equal to mu naught I. So this explains the total completion of the circuit. So that is why there is a need of the Ampere's circuital law. Now on the basis of this, the Maxwell's equations, these are the four equations which were summarized by the Maxwell. That is the Gauss law for the electrostatic, line integral E dot ds is equal to q upon epsilon naught. Gauss law for the magnetism, that is the line surface integral B dot ds is equal to 0. Why it is 0? Because monopole does not exist. In a closed circuit, always the pair of the poles exist, and pair of the poles means the total magnetism is a 0, total charge, magnetic charge will be 0. So in that case this is equal to 0. Faraday's law in electromagnetic induction, that is line integral E dot dl is equal to minus d phi b upon dt, and Ampere's circuital law, that line integral B dot dl is equal to mu naught I plus epsilon naught d phi e upon dt. So these are the four equations given by the Maxwell. Now electromagnetic wave. An electromagnetic wave is a wave radiated by an accelerated charge and in which electric and the magnetic fields are perpendicular to each other and also perpendicular to the direction of the propagation of the waves. So such wave is known as the electromagnetic wave. It is produced by the accelerated charge. So always when the charge is accelerating, then the EM waves or the electromagnetic waves will come into existence. So it will have both electric and the magnetic fields, and they are perpendicular to each other and also perpendicular to the direction of the propagation of the wave. Now, properties of the electromagnetic waves. Electromagnetic waves are produced by accelerating charge so that E and B both changes with time or oscillating charge. There is no requirement of medium to propagate electromagnetic wave. These are transverse in nature like light waves. Velocity of EM waves in dielectric is less than c. In vacuum it is equal to c, but in dielectric means in any medium it is less than c. The energy in electromagnetic wave is divided equally between the electric and the magnetic field. Electric vector gives optical effect and it's called the light vector, and the magnetic being uncharged are not deflected by the electric and the magnetic field. The expression for the velocity of light, it is equal to the sum of the magnitude of the maximum value of the electric vector field vector divided by the that is the maximum value of the magnetic field vector, E naught upon B naught. C is also equal to under root 1 upon mu naught epsilon naught. Energy density that is 1 upon 4 epsilon naught E naught square, and for the energy density for the magnetic field, that is the 1 upon 4 B naught square upon mu naught. Now these all are the properties of the electromagnetic. Now the electromagnetic spectrum, which is the important for from this chapter. Usually the questions are based from the electromagnetic spectrum. Now here electromagnetic spectrum, this is divided into the different EM waves, that is the radio wave. The range of the radio wave in range of the wavelength, it is few kilometers to 0.3 meter. Range of the frequency, that is few hertz to 10 raised to power 9 hertz. It is produced by the oscillating electronic circuits, and its use is radio and TV broadcasting. This table you have to remember. The question usually comes in different forms, whether the wavelength is given, you have to identify on the basis of the wavelength, or the wave is given, you have to give you have to write the uses of that wave. So you have to identify on the basis of the wavelength or the range given in the question, the EM wave, which EM wave is this, and what is the use of this wave. So this all you have to remember. Now microwave, the range is 0.3 meter to 10 raised to power minus 3 meter. Range of frequency 10 raised to power 9 hertz to 3 into 10 raised to power 11 hertz. It is produced again oscillating electronic circuits. It is used in radar, analysis of fine details of the atomic and molecular structures, and microwave ovens. The infrared wave range is 10 raised to power minus 3 meter to 7.8 into 10 raised to power minus 7 meter. Frequency range 3 into 10 raised to power 11 hertz to 4 into 10 raised to power 14 hertz. Molecules and hot bodies are the source to produce the infrared. Industry, medicines, astronomy, night vision devices given greenhouse, revealing secret writings on the ancient world, etc. Light or the visual spectrum, range is 7.8 into 10 raised to power minus 7 meter to 3.8 into 10 raised to power minus 7 meter. Frequency is 4 into 10 raised to power 14 hertz to 8 into 10 raised to power 14 hertz. Atoms and molecules when electrons are excited. Optics and optical instruments, vision, photography, etc. The ultraviolet rays, range of wavelength 3.8 into 10 raised to power minus 7 meter to 6 into 10 raised to power minus 16 minus 10 meters. Range of frequency 8 into 10 raised to power 14 to 3 into 10 raised to power 17 hertz. Atoms and molecules in electrical discharge and sun. Medical applications, cell sterilization, killing bacteria, germs in foodstuff, detection of invisible writing for the documents, fingerprint, etc. The forged documents and fingerprint, etc. Then X-rays, range of wavelength, range of frequency, in the source and the uses, then gamma rays. So all these you have to remember and learn the range of wavelength, frequency, uses and the source. Now let us discuss one question. Usually such type of questions are framed on the basis of the EM spectrum. Identify the part of the electromagnetic spectrum which is suitable for radar system and used in aircraft navigation. So if you know that which electromagnetic wave is used for this, you can easily answer. So the answer for this is the microwave. Second is adjacent to low frequency end of the electromagnetic spectrum, so that is the radio waves. Produced in nuclear reaction, that is gamma ray. Produced by bombardment a metal target by high speed electron, that is the X-rays. So the question can be anyone like this. Similarly, a plane electromagnetic wave travels in vacuum along Z direction. What can you say about the direction of its electric and the magnetic field vector? Since it is moving along X direction, so the electric and the magnetic field will be perpendicular to Z, that is, it may be XY plane and are mutually perpendicular. Now frequency is given, you have to find out the wavelength. You know that frequency and the wavelength, what is the relation between the frequency and the wavelength? H is equal to C upon lambda, and H is you can find out using that is energy. H nu is equal to C upon lambda. So by using this relation you can find out the value of the wavelength. So wavelength is equal to C upon H nu. So that is all for today's lecture. Thank you and have a nice day.